Good Friday afternoon. Welcome to your 4 to 5, a very special Friday afternoon because we're heading into a holiday weekend. We're happy you're joining us. I'm Addie Gardner with Lauren Coleman and Monique Robinson today.
So let's jump right into it. It is the 4th of July. So the big question, Monique, people want to know, is it going to rain on our special weekend?
Well, it seems as though much of the rain has moved kind of out of our area. I mean, even now getting a light breeze. Generally, when we're in the vicinity of a cold front, we can expect winds to pick up either ahead of it and even behind it. And it's a bit breezy just here and there. The sun's trying to peek its way through. Our satellite and radar kind of showing where the activity pushing well down to our south and east. You can see the showers and even storms that we saw earlier this morning and even overnight have moved well to our east. The cloud cover, though, kind of still around, and if you head outside right now, you can still see some clouds out there. The rainfall totals yesterday really extending towards our west, our northwest. Then the cold front kind of pushed further. More areas got to see additional rainfall totals. Again, as we were saying yesterday, the rain was very scattered, so not everyone saw the same rainfall totals, but everyone for the most part did get to see some rain. The numbers, the temperatures overall feeling much cooler than what they did yesterday. I mean, a big drop overall, but I'll have more details.
All right, let's get into your 4 to 5 roundup.
Well, I just pulled up and started getting fuel, and a guy run out and said the lady was in here being shot.
New 911 calls reveal what happened moments after police say someone shot a 72-year-old Speedway gas station worker yesterday morning. 72-year-old Patricia Grant later died at the hospital. Police are still looking for a suspect in this case. An arrest has not been made at this time. An American sprinter, Sha'Carri Richardson, will not run in the Olympic 100-meter race after testing positive for marijuana. Richardson won the 100-meter race at Olympic trials last month. In an interview on the Today Show, she said she smoked to help cope with anxiety after learning her biological mother passed away. Richardson apologized and said she knew it was against the rules. And first responders rescued 2 pilots after a cargo plane was forced to make an emergency landing in the water off the coast of Hawaii. Flight radar shows the plane turning around not long after taking off. The pilots reported one engine was out and they were having issues with the second. Both pilots were found in the water and taken to the hospital. One is in critical condition while the other is in serious condition. And Hurricane Elsa is picking up strength in the Caribbean. It's not the first named storm of the season, but it is the first hurricane. Elsa also becomes the earliest E-named storm to form and broke the record set in 2020 when Tropical Storm Edouard formed on July 6.
Elsa shouldn't be causing too many weather issues for the holiday weekend here in the Triad. You know, unlike last year, the Triad is actually able to celebrate the 4th of July. So today I walked through downtown Greensboro to get an idea of what we can expect at this year's Fun 4th Festival.
So the stage down at Lewis and Elm, we've got the dunking booth here. The fire department will be out with their hose. We've got a stage at Hamburger Square. We're going to have very unique performers that I will call Cirque du Soleil-esque stage up at February 1 in Elm Street. So 3 condensed stages, lots of local music talent, and we'll also have maybe some princesses and superheroes in the mix as well.
So this year, instead of the traditional fireworks, downtown Greensboro is going to be hosting a laser show. They said to think of it as a light show at a really awesome concert. President Zach Matheny says he is feeling much different than he was at the same time last year.
Fast forward, I can't wait to bring the community back together. Our team has worked so hard to deliver something very special, and to see the smiles on folks' faces, it's going to be awesome.
So the festival kicks off tomorrow morning with the Freedom Run, then Freedom Fest begins tomorrow afternoon. The laser show is the grand finale and it begins at 9:30 tomorrow night. We have made it so easy for you to find all of that information, including that map that I showed you of where everything is happening. Just go to WFMYnews2.com.
And another holiday event put on hold last year is back this weekend and is celebrating 25 years. Alice Fair started the July 4th Fun Parade in her Leakesville Spray neighborhood when she was just 5 years old. And with 50 people, mostly family and friends, coming together to celebrate the holiday, and it's grown from there.
Turns out that everyone loved it. So my mom started making like flyers for it, and then we would give out prizes for, you know, the best costume, most creative, whatever, best decorated tractor, etc. And from there, somehow it's gotten into like thousands of people.
Fun stuff. There are no big floats or marching bands at this parade. You'll see plenty of decorated bikes and decked out golf carts. It's a good time, and it was missed last year.
With the pandemic and everything else crazy happening in the world, it's good to for us all to come together. So just, celebrate and have fun, not a care in the world.
July 4th Fun Parade is tomorrow, July 3rd. That's beginning at 9:30 in the morning. If you want to participate, you can meet in the parking lot of the Fair Funeral Home at 9 a.m. Everyone is welcome to join in or watch as it goes through the Boone Road neighborhood in Eden. And information about this event and others are on our website. Just text the word USA to 336-379-5775. We have it right here on your screen, and we will send you a link back to all the events that are happening.
Actually did just that, texted USA to that number earlier today because I myself didn't even realize everything that was happening in the Triad, so I needed a list right on my phone. It does work.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. But this is just so exciting. Last year, I don't even really remember what I did for the 4th because everything was shut down. So it's exciting that we can actually get out, be with our friends and family, and have some fun.
Right. And when I was walking down through downtown Greensboro today with Zach Matheny, just looking at all the stuff that's happening for the Fun 4th, it's going to be a jam-packed event tomorrow afternoon. And I didn't remember to mention, but they are giving out COVID-19 vaccines tomorrow.
Wow.
So if you're not vaccinated yet, I want to make sure that you know that there's going to be a clinic there. So literally everything you can think of, from food to aerial lists to vaccinations.
Something else really cool, Eric, he's going to be in that dunking
Oh
booth.
yeah. Yes, and Zach actually told me today that it's not too late for me to go. I have plans, so I cannot be there, but I did volunteer you.
I'm not going to be here either, sorry guys, but Eric will be there, so make sure you dunk him in.
There's always next year.
Yeah, always next year. Maddie, you could be in it.
I'm not making any promises. Very fun stuff. All right, we are on Facebook. We are kicking off the holiday weekend by chatting with you, so please join us there.
Dunk.
You. Hey Brad, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yo Brad, mic check. Yo Brad, mic check.
We're talking about, want to get back to that big weather story we were talking about at the top of the show. Hurricane Elsa has formed, the first named hurricane of the season.
Yeah, so cue all of the jokes about Frozen, the Disney movie. But in all seriousness, Monique, this is starting to head toward Florida.
Yeah, so storm breaking a record. If you take a look at this graphic showing you Elsa right now nearing the Caribbean Sea, you can see showing better organization. Winds right now out of the west-northwest, moving west-northwest at 29 miles per hour with winds at 85 miles per hour. And you can really see the better organization with Elsa really heading right towards the Caribbean Sea, moving very quickly. That track as of 2 p.m. shows the storm system heading right near Cuba and then the Florida Peninsula as we start to the midweek next week. But overall, this uncertainty does increase as we get towards that part of the week. And the impacts potentially that we could see here in the Carolinas, again, quite uncertain as we are many days away from that. But again, continuously watching Elsa and how the storm system develops as it moves through the Caribbean. Will it maintain its status? Will it weaken? And will it just become nothing by the midweek? That's all questions that we have here in the Weather Center meteorologists across the U.S. I mean, look at the spaghetti models. These are potential tracks of where Elsa can go. This is timing out early Wednesday morning. Some models are hinting at this curving right through Georgia and South Carolina and then right through the Triad. Some of them showing curving and keeping it offshore. And this is again through your Thursday morning. Again, there's great uncertainty as to what will happen as Elsa is still nearing the Caribbean. So I mean, overall, we don't know exactly what's going to happen in terms of impacts for us, if any at all. However, keeping a close eye on it all weekend just for you at home.
All right, thank you, Monique. We'll certainly be keeping an eye on that. But it is the 4th of July weekend, and you know what that means, Maddie? The annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, it is here.
I go back and forth between loving to watch it and getting a little grossed out, honestly. But today the contestants weighed in ahead of Sunday's eating championship. Reigning men's champion, you know the name, Joey Chestnut was there. He hopes to win a 14th title, but the reigning female champ, Miki Sudo, is sitting this year's event out because she is pregnant. It is a classic for a reason. Experts say Americans will eat 150 million hot dogs this 4th of July.
That's a lot. So how did this iconic food become an all-American favorite? Michael George has a frank discussion about hot dogs.
When it comes to 4th of July food, it's the top dog.
It's just wonderful.
The hot dog is as American as it gets.
One with mustard, ketchup, and onions. And
one with sauerkraut and mustard.
And Lloyd Handworker should know.
My grandfather was Nathan Handworker.
That's right, the Nathan of Nathan's Famous. A Polish-Jewish immigrant, Nathan started a humble hot dog stand right here on Coney Island back in 1916.
He came with no English and just enough money to come to Ellis Island.
German immigrants brought Frankfurters to the U.S. in the 1800s, but it didn't become an American symbol right away. Nathan gained customers when he decided to drop his prices to just 5 cents a dog.
Once the Depression rolled around, that's when the business started taking off because you could feed a family of 4 for, under 50 cents.
Pretty soon, everyone was coming to Coney Island for a dog.
The sidewalk out here was lined with people pushing in to the counters. The boardwalk was packed.
As time passed, hot dogs became synonymous with American culture. At the cookout, the baseball game, and of course, that 4th of July tradition, the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. 74. It's hard to say what makes the hot dog so special.
It's portable and it's quick.
High quality meat on a bun.
But one thing is clear, after more than a century,
these are great. It's been a long time since I've had Nathan's. Really good.
Yeah, it is good.
It's still an American classic. Michael George, CBS News, Coney Island.
I love hot dogs, and I truly only eat them when I'm at a baseball game or when it's the 4th of July, but I've been told that I'm in charge of grilling them this year.
Ooh, that's a big responsibility.
It certainly is. Can you grill a good hot dog?
I've done it once.
Okay.
And there was 2 4th of Julys ago.
I'll say you need a little bit more experience if you're going to get on my grill for 4th of July.
I'm not getting on your grill.
You're not. I'm just saying.
You can come help me.
I'm just saying the requirements. You don't meet the requirements.
I'm sorry. I know that you're a hot dog fan, though.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of anything that's put on the grill, though. honestly, a little charcoal, a little fire, throw some meat out there.
I like
Let's make
mine
it
a
happen.
little charry as well, a
Absolutely.
little burnt.
Yeah.
But one thing I've been wanting to try since I've been back in North Carolina is a Carolina style hot dog. So what do you guys think makes the best Carolina style hot dog?
I mean, great chili, great slaw.
Yeah, it's gotta have well, you gotta have onions too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the chili is really what makes the Carolina style dog.
I do put ketchup on hot dogs, and I know that that is a controversial thing to do around these parts. No for you?
No, I do that. I'm actually pretty basic when it comes to my hot dogs. I don't even really need condiments on mine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just nice little chop.
I don't discriminate on topics. Whatever you put on there, I like mine fully loaded. So
But
it
you
doesn't
do
make a difference.
discriminate on the actual dog, because
Yeah,
I
gotta
told
have-
you I like the red hot dogs, and Jalen's
You're gonna get me in trouble.
Red hot-
You need to stop. I don't like it.
Jalen says that's nasty.
What's the red hot dog? Like a spicy dog or?
No, it's just
I mean, what's a red hot dog?
it's just red.
Yeah, it's
It's
like the
like
red
food coloring,
casing.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
We've talked about hot dogs for at least 2 minutes now,
Yeah.
so we're going to go to break. We are live on Facebook talking about hot dogs. So
What do you like on your hot dog?
Let us know. Let us know.
Have you ever wanted to make a change in your life, but you held off? Maybe the timing didn't feel right, or you were nervous about the consequences, either good or bad, that could follow. Well, Coach Lamont explains why trusting your gut when it comes to change is the most important step.
Why do so many of us wait until things get worse in our lives before we are willing to change our lives? It's as if the only way we can change is by force or pain. Now think about this. How many times have you felt the need to make a change, didn't, and events happen, then you're forced to make the change you should have made initially? When your intuition, your life's GPS, alerts you to make a change, make it. Your inner life is trying to warn you of consequences that can take place in your life if you don't make the change. I believe that your inner spirit is the greatest predictor of your life, and listening to it can save you from events you don't have to necessarily walk through. Listen to your inner change meter and be willing to change, even if change is uncomfortable. Welcome change, my friend. Don't fight it. This is Coach Lamont reminding you to have your best YOUDAY. I'll see you tomorrow.
So glad that's the message today. I actually was having a conversation with myself about, sometimes when you make a choice that isn't the best and you're given a lot of grace, but then eventually those second and third and fourth chances, they're going to run out. So as soon as you do something that might be a bad habit, just try to fix it head on.
I was talking to a friend the other day about how change, even good change, positive change that you want to happen, is still scary and it's still stressful, and it's okay not to feel great about change, even if you know it's the right thing to do. But it is hard. We're creatures of habit.
Absolutely, but as long as you're giving it your best shot to make things better, that's what counts.
Absolutely. All right, we are heading to break. The 4 to 5 is live on Facebook. We're still talking about hot dogs.
Yes.
And I'm here for it. So come join us.
Now I'm hungry.
Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Yes, I'm in the wood shop. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Hey, can you hear me? Hey, because I got a new mic, I don't have a button, so I can't talk back to you, just so you know. Okay, okay. Well, it's a bit breezy out, but overall conditions are nice to end out the week on this Friday. But all eyes are drawing to the tropics, where we now have Hurricane Elsa really making a name for itself as it's brewing out there in the middle of the Atlantic, heading right towards the Caribbean Sea. Winds at 85 miles per hour, really strengthening. The track on this system shows it kind of continuing right towards the Caribbean and then veering a little bit further north. The question is, as we go through the course of the week, next week, what we could potentially expect here at home. Again, I'm always keeping an eye on the tropics as we are in hurricane season. Just for you, some models are hinting at it, making its way close to the Carolinas as we go towards the midweek and latter part of next week. But I'm always keeping an eye on it just for you. Here at home, that time lapse showing those clouds making their way through and then starting to break apart as we end out our Friday, making for comfortable feels. And the same story tomorrow and even the next day. Our radar pretty quiet as of now. Much different story that we had earlier today. That day planner going in tonight, cooling down, and then even cooler for your day tomorrow. Generally behind a cold front, we have cooler air making its way into the mix. And that's the story here, that Futurecast putting it all into perspective. Less humid and high pressure making its way for nice conditions for 4th of July. I think it's all timing out perfectly. We had the rain yesterday and even this morning, but today feeling comfortable heading out the door. So overall conditions fairly nice for us. And here's a look at that full 4th of July weekend forecast.
It is a new month, the end of the week, and a holiday weekend. 3 reasons to smile right off the bat. And after a week of some heavy headlines, we could all use some positive energy. That's why WFMY News 2's Megan Maleros makes it her mission to find the good, bringing joy to you.
Let's approach the weekend with a glass half full outlook on life. It's time to sit back, relax, and just reflect on life's many blessings. From special occasions to sweet surprises, there is so much positivity radiating all around us if we know where to look. I asked you on my Facebook page, Megan Maleros News, to tell me something good, big or small, that happened in your life recently. Maryland is rounding out a busy month. 3 birthdays, 2 Father's Days, 1 graduation, and 1 engagement. God is so good. Debbie is going to see family for the first time in more than a year and is so excited. Lisa's daughter graduated from Page High School. Christy is celebrating the birth of her grandson almost 5 weeks ago. Kim learned she's going to have a new grandbaby. Sharon's husband had a successful surgery. Carolyn had a 3-day vacationette in Asheville. Candy picked up some delicious donuts. Darlene got married June 29th. Karen got into a car wreck and barely got a scratch. Irma's in-laws celebrated 70 years of marriage. Tracy stood up for herself. Leah's is a long story, but after a frustrating search for a car for her daughter, she found and got back her 1999 Mitsubishi Mirage. 215,000 miles later, her little green car is still going strong. And Gail is so excited about an amazing blessing this week. After searching for more than 50 years, she found her first wedding ring, which she lost when she was in her 20s. Her heart is so happy, and she loves and misses her husband.
That is a crazy story. Megan was telling me about it earlier. Yeah, she lost her wedding ring in the 20s, ended up finding it in her own backyard years and years later. So I'm sure we will hear more about that later on.
I feel like we should do like a good news round of applause for all of that good news. I mean, it was just beautiful. I'm happy I'm joining the 4 to 5 with y'all.
We're happy.
And we're happy to have you, Monique.
Yeah, beautiful face. It's a Woman Day. It's a Woman Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Girl
Women
power.
We may let Jalen join us again at some point, but we'll see.
Anything good happening in your lives that you're blessed and excited about for this week?
I'm really excited for the holiday weekend.
Yes.
I hope to spend some time outside. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend.
I know, I think I heard you like hot dogs, so maybe you're looking forward to some hot
grilling
dog
those
eating.
hot dogs.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
I think I'm looking forward to learning more about WFMY.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hanging out
what
with
do you
you
want to know?
guys.
I'll tell you.
Well, hanging out with you guys, we have some things we need to check off on our list, right?
Several things we need to check off within the next few days. So I'm also looking forward to that too, Monique. And I'm also looking forward to the weekend as well. Excited to just hang out with friends and family. Couldn't do it last year, so.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, share your good news with us. We would love to hear what's making you smile. Join our chat on Facebook.
Yep, ice cold milk in it. Oh, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Have you remember that guy who had the 10-gallon hat and the boots?
Well, welcome back. It's Friday, 4th of July weekend, and it's 4 to 5 time, so you know we're going to have some fun today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Coleman alongside Maddie Gardner and Monique Robinson.
Yes, happy 4th of July weekend. Maybe more people have plans this year than they did last year since more events are going on, and a lot of events happening across the Triad. So we want to go straight out to Monique. People hope it's not going to rain this weekend.
Well, the good news is if you have even a date night for tonight, or you're already starting your activity a little bit early, I mean, going out for the night on the town, looking pretty good, and even our skies looking fairly nice as well. As the clouds start to break apart, you get those fair weather cumulus clouds moving in, and in Wake Forest giving for a nice view. Looking at that live shot there, the satellite and radar kind of showing the shower and even storm activity that we had well earlier today, moving well out south and east. A little bit of stray showers and storms lingering behind, but for the most part this cold front is pushing out of the picture. The temperature is in a mix of 70s and 80s, cooler as we look towards our west. You can see some of those lower 70s there, but for the most part we're all cooling down. The dew points are going to take a nice transition tomorrow. You're really going to feel the difference tomorrow. Generally after the cold front, that next night, that next day, that's when you really feel the brunt of the impact. So we're definitely going to see those dew points fall. For those of you maybe interested in heading out to area beaches, now Saturday looking pretty good, Sunday not too bad either. The temperatures in a nice cool 80s for you, and then as we keep riding up along the coast, Wrightsville Beach looking fairly nice as well. Today not so much the best day, as we already saw that shower activity heading out to the coast, but tomorrow and the weekend overall nice. However, if you do plan to get into the water, be mindful that rip current risk is moderate for our south facing beaches. As you can see, moderate rip current risk showing there, so make sure you're careful if you do end up heading into the water, and high as we travel further north. So overall conditions look fairly nice at our area beaches. That full 7-8 tacking on the heat and humidity as we start out the week next week. But all good news when it comes to 4th of July. The temperature is right around the mid 80s, and humidity, I promise you, it's going to lower.
Yeah, Monique talked about going to the beach. Millions of people are hitting the roads and flying through the skies. The busy 4th of July weekend is here, and for many people, travel is a part of their plans.
Absolutely. So Americans will drive. AAA says more than 43 million people are planning to hit the road, a 4th of July holiday record. So if you're heading out, experts say the times you can expect the most traffic on the roads right now: Friday afternoon, and then again on Monday about mid-morning. Gas prices are high heading into the holiday weekend, and the national average for gas is up 90 cents per gallon compared to July 4th last year. So when you stop to fill up at a Greensboro gas station, get ready to pay much more than you did for any 4th of July road trip last year. According to AAA, the current average price of a gallon of regular gasoline in Greensboro, $2.90. So this time last year, the average price of a gallon of regular gasoline in Greensboro was at $2.06. Ouch.
Yeah, so if you don't mind paying those gas prices, a road trip may be in your future. Maybe you're heading to the North Carolina coast. Some people are already out there enjoying the day at Wrightsville Beach. This is a live look right now at a webcam we have out there, and you can see people are wading out in the water. I'm sure a lot more people will be there tomorrow. As Monique says, the weather is set to improve. But before you go, remember there are rules, like where you can put up tents, what types of alcoholic drinks you're allowed to have on the sand. We've made it easy. We put a list together for you. To get it, text the word beach to 336-379-5775, and we'll send you a link back with all of that information. 6 years ago, a TRIAD girl lost her arm in a shark attack at the beach. So today we checked in to see how she's doing and what advice she has for people who are heading to the coast. Kristen Yao was 12 when a shark attacked her at Oak Island in 2015. Not only did she lose her arm, she also suffered leg injuries. Now at 18 years old, she says she is still adapting. For those heading to the beach, Yao says not to be afraid, just be mindful in the water.
If you're at a beach with super murky water, try to stay super shallow. I mean, I was waist deep. I think if you're gonna go in murky water, try to be as aware as you can.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, hear more from Yao about the attack and how it's now playing a role in her future career goals.
AAA predicts 3.5 million people will fly this weekend, adding stress to airports already experiencing worker shortages. About 28,000 of those travelers will start their trips at Charlotte Douglas Airport each day this weekend. Airport officials say a shortage of TSA workers is leading to long lines at security checkpoints. The lines continue inside at many shops because there is also a worker shortage. Recent flyers say the lines are frustrating.
Yeah, they need to process it more efficiently.
The lines for security in Charlotte, it's just not working.
Airport officials say to be safe, get there 3 hours before your flight this weekend.
Well, cities across the nation are bracing for record crowds to celebrate the nation's 245th Independence Day over the weekend. Health experts say this is okay to do, but there are some things you should keep in mind with not everyone vaccinated yet. Here's CBS News' Natalie Brandt.
AAA predicts more than 47 million Americans will travel this holiday weekend, which could be the second highest Independence Day volume on record. With Americans back on the move, cities nationwide are preparing for crowds. Orange County, California is bracing for what could be its biggest beach weekend ever.
It's going to be busy.
It's going to be crazy, and I'm going to stay away.
Fireworks displays are also expected to draw large in-person audiences, with COVID restrictions lifted.
Some folks are wearing masks if they want to, some folks don't have to, you know? You got to be responsible.
There's pent-up demand to celebrate together in person, but as officials here in Washington prepare for a flood of visitors, they are urging those who are not vaccinated to social distance and mask up. That's as health experts continue to sound the alarm on the more transmissible Delta variant, which now accounts for a quarter of new COVID cases nationwide, according to the CDC.
Do as much as you can to make sure you're gathering with people who are vaccinated.
Dr. William Schaffner of Vanderbilt University Medical Center says more than 90% of the COVID patients coming into his hospital are either unvaccinated or only partially vaccinated.
Now the people who are coming in are middle-aged and younger adults. That's where the vaccine reluctance and hesitancy is.
The country is poised to fall just shy of President Biden's goal of at least 70% of U.S. adults with at least one vaccine dose by Independence Day. But like many Americans, the president and other top White House officials are hitting the road this weekend to mark the country's progress against the pandemic. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Let's get a quick check on our COVID-19 metrics here in North Carolina heading into this holiday weekend. Today, labs reported 374 new cases. That keeps our statewide number of people getting positive test results at 2.5%. When it comes to vaccinations, 53% of all adults are now fully vaccinated.
Let's turn now to the headlines in your 4 to 5 roundup. High river levels on the Dan River are pausing the search for the final missing tuber. A memorial is now sitting on the riverbank in her honor. No one has seen 35-year-old Teresa Viano since she went tubing with her family 2 weeks ago. Crews let water out from Ballew's Lake to raise the water levels of the river, and first responders say it may stir up new signs of Viano, and they're going to keep an eye out this weekend once the river slows down. Officials say they are holding off on putting up those new Spanish and English signs warning of the submerged dam until the water levels come back down. In Florida, search efforts continue where a condo building collapsed last week. They picked back up last night after they were put on hold so engineers could make sure the remaining building was stable. Officials say they recovered 2 more victims on Friday, one of them the 7-year-old daughter of a Miami firefighter. Goodness. So far, the death toll stands at 20 people, but 128 people are still missing. The Boy Scouts of America announced a historic deal settling accusations of abuse by its leaders. The agreement would create a payout pool of up to $850 million. Now, under this deal, a maximum of $10,000 would go to each person who said that they were abused as children. The plan has been approved by the attorneys representing some 60,000 people, about 2/3 of the total claims against the Scouts. And we are still a few days away from the next North Carolina vaccine lottery. $1 million and money for a college scholarship are on the line, remember. The next drawing is on Wednesday, July 7th, but you have to get at least 1 dose of a COVID vaccine before the drawing, and the deadline to be entered in this drawing is this upcoming Sunday night at midnight. There will be 2 more drawings after next week, both with chances to win money and scholarships.
All right, to say we are some picture-taking people with our phones would be an understatement, okay? We take selfies, we take pics of what we eat, we take pics of our pets, and this is just from Twitter, friends.
Oh my goodness.
Oops, that's just from Twitter. All right, what are your best tricks for taking a good picture with your phone?
It's all about the angle. You
Okay.
want to go up if you're taking a selfie, so you have the chin looking good.
Right, okay.
I was going to say that too. That up, it gives a slimming effect.
It does.
And then also, you know, put the timer on so you can get everything situated. See yourself.
Ooh,
That's
what
also
was that
good
post?
too.
We're going to tell
See
you that
yourself.
again. There's going to be lots of fun family gatherings, friends, fireworks, all that jazz. So let's give you a few more tricks on how to take better pictures.
Avoid pinching to zoom on your camera screen. Instead, use your camera's optical zoom if you have it. Now that's the telephoto lens labeled 2x or 3x on your screen. If you don't have it, get closer to the action or take a wider shot and then crop the photo later so you don't lose any resolution. To make your pictures pop, use the portrait mode. To use it, tap the word portrait under the viewfinder, then tap on your subject so that the camera knows what to focus on. Now here's the pro tip. Some phones even let you add this effect after you've taken the picture.
Another great feature is night mode. That leaves the shutter open longer to let in more light.
But you'll need a steady hand to get the best results, and your subject cannot be moving. To hold the camera still while the shutter is open, try locking your elbows.
All right, so we're going to take a closer look at what Lauren said, that one trick about taking a selfie and then using the timer. So you're going to go into selfie mode, okay, friends? And then you hit the little button at the top, and it's going to give you all these little things at the bottom, and you're going to hit the timer mode, and we're going to show you how good we can take a picture with the timer. And here we go. Let's see it on the big board and see how it looks, friends.
How are we looking?
How are we looking? How are we looking?
I think we look pretty good.
That's pretty cool. I love that picture. I'm going to post it on
Scooch
Instagram.
this way so we can see Tanya too.
In our leopard print.
Yeah, cheetah girls.
All right, so these are just some of the different ways that you can take better pictures with your phone. Go and try it out, and then we'll see how your photos look after the break. You know, after this holiday season thing that we got going on for the weekend, and then we'll want to see your pictures.
That's right.
It's time for a mic check. That is Captain Cranky. Captain Cranky. Yeah. Happy Friday, Captain Cranky. Got a new nickname for Courtney. Captain Cranky. Captain Cranky. Law. Law. What's up, bro? My boy, you know, he told me the other day that wasn't his girl. I said, okay. So that means she really your girl. And there we are. Which, I don't know who's talking. Who's talking? Maddie? Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be great if we could. There's another one? There's 4? Where they at? They in the box? Plugged up on the side. Oh, Lord. Oh, we got blue. Don't got to turn it on either.
Well, it is the 4th of July weekend, and the Hero Center of High Point is hosting a community event tomorrow.
WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey spent the day learning more about what the Hero Center does and what tomorrow will look like.
Well, the Hero Center Veteran Support Camp has been around since 2017, helping our veterans transition back to civilian life. I spoke with Victor Jones, currently High Point City Council member and a former U.S. Marine, about what it is that they do.
Our nonprofit is unique in that our mission is to capture veterans as they're transitioning from active duty service to the civilian world and help them make that transition as smoothly as possible.
There is a wide variety of services that the Hero Center of High Point provides our veterans with: workforce training, job placement, transitional housing, and a community garden are just some of the things that Victor Jones and the team at the Veteran Support Camp do on a daily basis.
We're really a connector piece for whatever that veteran needs. You name it. We've been here praying with veterans. We've been here feeding veterans. You know, we try to do whatever that, when they come in that door, whatever they need, we'll figure out a way to make sure that happens.
On Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m., they will host a patriotic celebration featuring the 82nd Airborne Chorus, Miss North Carolina and her performing troupe, and even an ice cream truck. But the main goal is to get as many vets the help they need as possible.
Just because you don't think you need help doesn't mean I can't help you.
And to get the time and location for tomorrow's events, I'll post everything. I'll have it all for you on WFMYnews2.com.
I love that. And you know, our veterans have done so much for us, sacrificed so much to keep us safe. So I'm glad to see there are local organizations that are returning the favor to them and making sure that they are safe and healthy when they get back.
Absolutely. They did make the ultimate sacrifice. I can't name the number of times I'm driving down the street and you see people holding signs and they're like, I'm a veteran, I need a job, I just need to get back on my feet. So I'm glad there are people in place really working to do this.
And if you at home are a veteran or know someone that is, I'll have all the contact information for the Hero Center in the web story as well.
Yeah, we would love to help out. Thanks, Jalen.
Come join us on Facebook.
This patriotic story to start the weekend off.
No fireworks this weekend, though.
Please.
We got Crosby in front of the camera. It's not great.
Crosby and Marissa are getting set up for a live shot. We'll bring you that at 5 o'clock Facebook. What are y'all doing this weekend and why am I not invited?
Well, I'm not doing anything, so that's why you're not there. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, there's some back and forth here today.
No, she always
Did y'all know that Jalen and I are actually friends?
No, we've been best friends since I started working here. So.
We worked on the weekends together. We really bonded.
Yeah.
What are you doing there, Brad?
I don't know. Brad's just
doing,
in
Brad?
his own world right now. But yeah, you know, when you're the only two people in the newsroom at 8 o'clock in the morning, you don't have nothing else to do but talk.
Yep, that's right.
So.
That is right. I'm happy to see we still have some folks on here. Charlotte, Bobby, Christopher.
Uh-oh. Jay, bust a joke out for us real quick.
Jay's been joking. Jay's been joking.
We need a new one, Jay. We got 45 seconds,
45
Jay. Can
seconds.
you do
We're
it?
talking about Richard Petty next.
The Kang.
You got it, Courtney, producer.
You got it, dude.
Got it, dude. She told us to toss to Monique. We can do it.
Okay, there's no.
What should we do? What should we say? Facebook.
What are
Tell
you
us
doing
what to
this
say.
weekend?
She's
Well,
grilling.
I am going to make hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going
Big
to the
task.
pool. I have a pool at my complex. Welcome back to your 4 to 5. It is not every day that we get to say happy birthday to the king, but today is that day. It is Richard Petty's birthday, the king of racing. 84 years young today.
Ooh, happy birthday to you. You know his history, but in case you forgot, here are some of the highlights. He raced for 35 years and was inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame in 2010. He was the first driver to win the NASCAR championship 7 times and won a record 200 races. Now you know him as the owner of Richard Petty Motorsports Team and the man behind the Richard Petty Foundation.
So no surprise here, so many people have been wishing him happy birthday. We just posted this on the WFMY News 2 Facebook page, and you can see all these comments cycling through.
They just keep coming too.
Yeah, they're nonstop. Let's take a look at some of these responses here. You can see all of them coming in. Happy birthday, hooray. We got emojis, we got pictures of Richard Petty. He is truly beloved here in the Triad. You know, he was obviously a great racer, but the fashion is what I love the most. The hat,
I'm a fan of the hat.
the belt buckle, the boots.
All right, so is
styling.
I want to ask him: is the hat or the belt buckle more important? Like, because I mean, sometimes it's like the hat's got more flair, but sometimes it's the belt buckle.
I will say, humble brag, when I emceed an event for his foundation a couple years ago, he let me put the hat on, and I felt really special on
Did
that
you
day.
almost faint? Like,
yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm wearing his hat.
We'll say that.
Do you think the Triad has a bigger name?
No,
Probably
but he's
not,
also
right?
just such a good person. Like, he has the foundation,
Absolutely.
he helps out with so many different programs, and I mean, King of Hearts is what Tanya Rivera calls
He has
it.
a nice smile too. He just
Great
looks
team.
like a nice guy.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
boss man.
Hope you have some cake. I
Whole
do
lot
love
of fun.
Cake. All right, let's get a check of the forecast one last time with Monique.
Well, we had rain move through the Triad earlier today. Things are clearing, drying out now. I'm right outside enjoying the cooler-ish. We're really going to feel the cooler air when we go into the night tonight and going into the day tomorrow. But here's a look at those rainfall totals. They were scattered. Not everyone saw the same amount of rain today. The numbers right now in a mix of 80s and 70s for you for this Friday afternoon. A great night for eating outside. I mean, take a look at the 24-hour temperature change right now. Yesterday, this has much of a drop that we're seeing in some locations, almost near 20 degrees difference from yesterday now today. The radar dry now, at least for us. Shower and storm activity has pushed well to our east, and that's all ahead of a cold front. That's what really initiated the showers and storms that we had last night into this morning. Now much of the story is going to be the less humid, dry, cooler air for the 4th of July holiday weekend, which is good for those who are grilling, cooking out, enjoying some hot dogs. Weather conditions will be nice outside for you, and even if you plan to head out to any area beaches. Keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Elsa. As you can see, this is the 5 p.m. update showing the storm system continuing to hold its strength, now moving just west. And here's a look at that full 7-day, all for you, tacking on the heat and humidity as we start out the week next week.
Monique, well, still ahead tonight on WFMY News 2 at 5. Celebrating the 4th of July safely this weekend. Law enforcement only want to see fireworks in the sky this weekend. They're warning about stopping celebratory gunshots. Next. Safe. Okay. They have two campaigns going on right now, Booze It and Lose It, Operation Firecracker, and On the Road, On the Water, Don't Drink It.
Callie, Callie, Bobally, Banana Fana Fofally.
Hey there, trying to walk and talk at the same time. Not doing so well. Callie, I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, 109876544321.
Hey there, tell me if I sound overmodulated. I'm gonna have to talk really loud because I'm next to a 6-lane road. Okay.
It is time for my 2 cents. As we get ready for the holiday weekend, it's hard not to think how different this 4th of July will be from last year. 365 days ago, the number of COVID-19 cases was rising every single day. Events across the country were canceled. People were reminding us to wear our masks and go home if fireworks shows were too crowded. Some states even closed beaches. Many people canceled their vacations. This year is going to be a lot different. While we are still in the midst of a pandemic, we have come a long way. 4th of July celebrations are back on. Fully vaccinated people can stop wearing masks. Beaches are open. Travel is bouncing back. It feels like we have freedom this Independence Day, and we have a lot of people to thank for that. The scientists and the researchers who are responsible for our safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines, the frontline workers who helped keep us healthy and safe, the leaders who had to make tough decisions, the experts who kept us informed, and many more. We have a lot to celebrate this 4th of July, but what makes it even better is thinking about how far we've come. That's just my 2 cents. That's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
It's the 4th of July weekend and everyone wants to know about the weather for cookouts, fireworks, the pool, and more. And we've got some good news. It is going to be nice.
Exactly how nice, though. So Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley joins us to break it down. Hopefully